Have you ever been sewing along and know that something is just not right? You might hear a little grinding sound, and when you look at the back of your fabric, you have lots of hairy loops, even probably worse than this. Now, a lot of times people think that that is a bobbin problem because it's on the back of the fabric, and that is incorrect. It is actually a top threading issue. That means operator error. Let me show you a way that you can test to see if you have threaded the machine correctly. So if you get a hold of your thread from where it comes out of the needle and you pull with the presser foot up, this thread pulls very easily. Like you pull your fabric out and it's easy to pull. When you lower the presser foot, this is where the tension discs close on your thread, and now when you pull on that, do you see the needle moving? It's tight. That little tension test indicates that my thread is fully seated down into those discs, the tension discs right here during the first part we come down the machine, and it is tight. When the thread is tight, that means the stitch can be made properly. As the stitches form, the take-up lever pulls up, and there's something to pull against. We need resistance. So a lot of times when people call on the phone and we answer this question quite often actually, oh, the big nest, the big loops on the back of my fabric, I will have them do this test, and I'll have them lift up their presser foot and thread the machine. If it's loose, that's good. And then I have them lower the presser foot. And if they tell me it's loose when the foot is lowered, I know that that thread is not in the tension disc. And I have them re-thread the machine with purpose. So hold this thread up here, maybe pull down. Make sure you thread with the presser foot up. That means the discs are open and ready to accept the thread. And I guarantee that once you thread it, after you've been mad a few times, you do it with some oomph, and it goes in to where it's supposed to be. You do that little test, it's loose, down, it's tight, and watch this. When we start to sew, we will have the perfect stitch with no problem at all. So just remember, if you're having threading issues or stitching issues, re-thread the machine and it will usually fix itself.